Chioma's heart raced as she stood in front of the mirror, adjusting her white lace gown. The bustling sounds of Lagos filled the air outside, but inside her room, all she could hear was the excited chatter of her bridesmaids. Today was supposed to be the happiest day of her life. The church bells were ready to ring. The jollof rice was simmering in giant pots. Colorful aso-ebi fabrics adorned every corner. Family members had flown in from all over Nigeria. Chioma's fingers trembled slightly as she touched up her lipstick, imagining how she'd soon be Mrs. Emeka Okafor. But fate had other plans. As the sun rose over Lagos that Saturday morning, whispers began to spread. Where was Emeka? His phone was off. His apartment was empty. Hours ticked by, and the awful truth sank in. The groom had vanished without a trace. Chioma sat frozen in her wedding dress as chaos erupted around her. Her mother wailed. Her father paced angrily. Guests awkwardly shuffled out. The beautiful three-tiered cake was tossed in the rubbish bin. All that remained was a short voice message Emeka had sent his best man in the dead of night. "I'm sorry. I can't go through with this. Please don't try to find me." Those few words shattered Chioma's world. Days turned to weeks. Weeks became months. Life in Lagos continued its frantic pace, but Chioma felt stuck in time. The pain and humiliation clung to her like a second skin, but slowly, quietly, she began to rebuild. She threw herself into her work as an accountant. She leaned on her faith and her friends. And 2 years later, when she least expected it, love found her again. His name was Chief Adebayo. He was older, successful, and carried himself with quiet confidence. As the CEO of a major logistics company, he had built an empire from nothing. But it was his kindness that truly won Chioma's heart. They were married in a small, elegant ceremony. This time, as Chioma walked down the aisle, her steps were sure. Her smile was real. Life settled into a happy rhythm. Chioma found purpose managing the finances for her husband's company. She relished being a stepmother to his children. For the first time in years, she felt truly at peace. Then one ordinary Tuesday afternoon, everything changed again. Chioma was reviewing applications for a new delivery driver position when a familiar name jumped out at her. There, in black and white, was the name that had once meant everything to her, Emeka Okafor. Her hands shook as she stared at his resume. After all this time, here he was applying for an entry-level job at her husband's company. 1,000 emotions flooded through her. Anger, hurt, curiosity, pity. What should she do? Reject his application outright? Call him in for an interview just to confront him? Pretend she never saw it? As Chioma sat there torn, she realized something profound. The pain that had once consumed her was gone. In its place was something unexpected: compassion. She thought of the scared young man Emeka must have been that night, fleeing from commitment. She thought of the lessons she had learned about forgiveness and second chances. With a deep breath, Chioma picked up the phone and dialed the number on the application. "Hello, is this Emeka? This is Chioma from Adebayo Logistics. I'm calling about the driver position you applied for." Her voice was steady as she invited him for an interview, and as she hung up, Chioma felt the last pieces of her old self fall away. She was no longer defined by what had happened to her, but by how she chose to respond. In that moment, on an ordinary Tuesday in Lagos, Chioma discovered the extraordinary power of forgiveness. And she knew that whatever happened next, she was finally, truly free. What would you do if you were in Chioma's position? Can you imagine the strength it takes to offer kindness to someone who once hurt you deeply? How might this story change if told from Emeka's perspective? As the sun sets over Lagos, painting the sky in vibrant oranges and pinks, we're left to ponder the complexities of the human heart, the capacity for both pain and healing, the unexpected ways our paths cross and recross. And perhaps most importantly, we're reminded that our greatest triumphs often come not from revenge, but from rising above our past hurts with grace and compassion. What chapter will you write in your own story of forgiveness today?